Seventh part of when your mafia boyfriend forced you to and didn't know about your trauma. Author point of view. You love Deha more than yourself. Sometimes you think that you never loved yourself. Lack of confidence now led to traumatizing days with demon. Stalked you in your dreams. Love that Deha gave you changed your life. You started living again. But demon never left you alone. Wounds were healed, but scars were still there. Today, when you saw Damon aiming gun at Taehyung, you realized that even after what he did, you still love him so much. You thought you were just grateful to him for saving you from Damon, but every step you took towards him confirmed that you are madly in love with this man. You hugged him and came in front of the pain shot for him. You took the that was aimed for him. Taehyung's gaze fell at Damon and then at the he was holding. His shocking eyes scared Taehyung. The air was knocked out of his lungs when his hand felt the warm liquid at your back. Jan. He didn't hear himself. Painful expressions spread on his face. In his hand raised, and in a second, Damon was on the road, taking his last breath. But that 1 second came late. He was late, too late. Ta, Shani. He lifted you carefully in his arms. Ta, start the car. His guards had taken down Damon's men. One started his car, and he sat inside with you. Sitting in the back seat, he kept you in his. Your face was covered in sweat, and the pain was freezing your limbs. Jan, Tehang. You gasped his name. Fear on his face made you smile. Jan, don't worry. Ta, what you did, Jan? Why? Suffocating pain in his chest and the fear of losing you was tearing him apart. Jan, because I love you. Ta, I don't deserve it. I never did. Your breathing was slow. Ta, drive fast. He yelled at the driver. Ta, stay with me, Jan, please. Jan, Tehang, I love you. Ta, don't love me. I only gave you pain. Don't love me, Yanni. Jan, I forgave you for everything. His eyes were teary, and he felt like drowning in his shattered love. Jan, you will take care of Jin. Ta, we both will, Jan. Your breath hissed and darkness started swallowing you. Ta, no, Jan, don't close your eyes. Please don't. Jin will be waiting for you at home. He patted your face. Ta, you know how much you had spoiled him. Tehang, Ta, you are strong, Jan. A bullet cannot take you away from us. You were in his arms, but he still felt you slipping away. You were taken in emergency for surgery, and Tehang came outside the hospital as the walls were making it hard for him to breathe. Ta, Jan, taking your name, he let himself fall down on his knees. Ta, why, Jan? She doesn't deserve any pain. Tears wet his face. He closed his eyes as the moments haunted him when he forcibly took you to his house, tied you on the bed. Guilt and regret was consuming him. Ta, please don't die. I will keep you like flowers. He was pleading with tears, not caring about people around him. Ta, I will never let any pain near you, I promise. Please come back, please. Rain started pouring. People were leaving for shelter, but he didn't move. His tears were mixing with raindrops. Ta, Jean, I am such a bad person. I don't deserve you. But think about our son. Leaning forward, he hit his palms on the road. Ta, not her, not her. The bullet was for me. I should just die, but not her. He wished to reverse everything, to undo every pain he caused you. He rubbed his chest as the burden was increasing. Ta, I am so sorry, Jenny. He flinched when someone put his hand on his shoulder. With a wildly beating heart, he turned. A receptionist was standing there. He looked at Tehang with sympathy. Man, You should come inside. Ta, Jan, he looked scared. His hair pasted on his forehead, and his clothes were all drenched in rain. He seemed like a lost child without any help. Man, doctors are calling you in. He hated the look in receptionist's eyes. Did he lost you? He forced himself to his feet, but he felt weak. He was not ready to hear that you will be no more with him. His eyes were burning in tears, and his heart was droning with each passing second. After 3 days, Tehang was walking through the lounge and he tripped over. Then he looked down. His shoelaces were not done. He confusedly stared at the files in his hands and then at his shoes. Man, sir, may I help you? He was taken aback by the voice that was his guard. Huh? No, man, let me do, sir. Coming near him, he tied his laces. These days, everyone had noticed that how much Tehang was lost. Sleepless nights gave him dark circles. In just 3 days, his health was disturbed. He was about to leave when Rosie called him. Rosie, where are you going? You already know. She was holding Jin. Rosie, take Jin with you. What? Rosie, he has the right to go there. Rosie, why are you ignoring this kid? I barely come home. Rosie, and why is that? You should give time to your son too. Tehang rubbed his forehead. I don't know how to manage this. Looking tired, he sat down on the couch. How easily I planned to take the baby from Jan and to let her go, but see, without her, without her, this house is suffocating. Rosie, you have to be strong. That was the saddest smile. I am not strong and I cannot be. She endured everything. That man's torture, my torture, her own mental health. She fought all alone. I am just a rich mafia who has armed power, but I am so weak. I hurt her when I came to love her. I failed to cherish her. He burst in tears and his voice was trembling. This was the routine now. Whenever your topic was touched, he would cry in vulnerability. Rosie put her hand on his shoulder, but she had nothing to say. Jin was confused to see his father like that. Taehyung stood up after wiping his face and looked at Jin, who had made pout. He is exactly like her. He took him from Rosie. You also come. I cannot handle him. It was luxurious, comfortable room of hospital. Taehyung barged in. His breathing was raised and his chest heaving in exhaustion. Jan, he gasped while his whole body was shivering. Was removed and your surgery went well, but the past traumas and mental health issues didn't let you wake up. You were unconscious and doctors were not much hopeful. Today when Taehyung was on the way to come here, he was informed that you finally woke up. He took slow steps towards you. I can't believe this. You smiled while lying on the bed, Jian Taehyung, and he hurriedly approached you. Yes, my princess, say whatever you want. On your both cheeks, and doctor standing behind exchanged looks. Jan, I heard you cried a lot. You put your trembling hand on his face. That he took and on it. I am useless without you. You have never seen him like this. Jan, where is Ji? Jin? For a moment he acted like he was hearing that name for the first time. Jin. Oh yeah, he was with me. Hearing about you made him forget everything else around him. Your eyes moved to door from where Rosie entered, holding Jin. Taehyung stepped back as Rosie sat near you, and Jin was happiest to see you. That 6 months old kid was missing his mother. Doctor, she will not sleep again, right? Doctor smiled. Doctor, she is completely fine now. Thank you, doctor. You people can go home for a while. He sighed in relief as the scariest mafia had been banned the whole hospital. Do not leave unless the princess wakes up. He looked at Jan, who was now adoring Jin. My family. Happiness welled up in his eyes. Let her rest, her wound is still healing. Rosie stood up. Rosie, we will come back at lunchtime. Jan, leave Jin here. What? Wait. How will we handle him? Take him home. Rosie, Taehung, you can keep Jin here. I will get Jan's room arranged at home. No. Hey. Handling him, Jin, she left. How can I handle him? Do you know for how many times this prince changes dress in a day? Jan, come on, Taehung. Every kid is like this. Yeah, maybe. He smiled at the way he was holding Jin. I wanted to spend some time with you alone. He sat near you. Jan, we are alone. Jin started crying and Taehung growled. There will be a bonus part 2, another happy ending. Please don't hate me for this and love you all.